You're watching Local 15 today with Kelly Jones, Darwin Singleton, and meteorologist Kelly Foster.
Good morning, everyone. While you were sleeping, two explosions ripped through Brussels, Belgium, one at an airport, the other one at a subway station. Breaking news out of Brussels this morning.
We actually have new numbers in this morning. Belgium media is reporting the preliminary death toll is now at 23 people. All this happening while you were sleeping. 3 explosions ripped through Brussels. One at the main airport, that's the Zaventem airport, and the other at a metro station. This is a live look into the city. All public transportation, except what you're looking at right there, all public transportation has been shut down. According to CNN, 10 of those deaths happen at the metro stations, which are known as, like here, subway stations, at least 13 at the airport. The threat level in Belgium has been raised to its highest level of 4.
Also, we are learning now some new information. ISIS is now officially suspected in this terror attack. That's according to the European counterterrorism officials that are working this case. A blast occurred at an airport. They say now that was a suicide attack. And even in this country, officials in New York City are ramping up security at mass transit points, at bridges and tunnels in New York City. Expect that to be repeated in major cities around the world, even Australia weighing in on that as well.
And of course the world is watching because, again, as I mentioned in our first half hour, Brussels is known as really the New York of Europe. This is where so many people come through and converge and then go on to other places in the world. It's the heart of Europe. We lived there 2 years, worked for the American Embassy there. I actually had my daughter in Belgium, and so I'm very abreast of what is happening there. Even have friends there, and so this is just heartbreaking when you think about, because there's an American Embassy there. There is a State Department personnel there. We have the EU there. We have NATO there. So this is going to have a ripple effect across the world as the security threat level, as you mentioned, Darwin, has been raised to 4, the highest. And this is being called the suicide attack. This is no coincidence, many are saying, with the recent arrest of that suspect in the terror attacks in Paris.
That's right. That happened just a few days ago. In fact, I was checking some of our own coverage of this, and the Belgian minister said that Salah Abdeslam, he was the terrorist that was arrested, said they were planning new attacks in Brussels. So it wasn't a big surprise that it was happening today. It was just the shock of it actually happening, and where and when it would and how or what form it would take. We now know it took form of a suicide attack, 2 explosions at the airport in Brussels and 1 in a subway station. So we are monitoring this. We will have more.
And let me add one more thing. At the airport, you think about this happened at 8 a.m. Belgian time. So you think about how many people were in line waiting to go through the checkpoint, waiting to board planes, and what this has done. We have been monitoring overnight information, watching as people were evacuating from the airport. You see what's on your screen here, from the airport and from the metro stations. The metro stations, I mean, this is the heart of the transportation system. This is how people go to work. You know, over in Europe, a lot of people maybe not having vehicles, but they depend on the metro system, the public transportation. And again, the heart, from a financial standpoint, the EU there, NATO there, just a number of governmental leaders there, and how the world will be impacted by this. This is a situation we're continuing to monitor on air and online. We'll continue to post all the information that we have, especially new, right here on air and online, local15tv.com. Kelly.
Good Tuesday morning, everybody. Your time right now, 5:33. Not a drop of rain on the live pinpoint Doppler. You can leave the umbrella at home. Grab a jacket, though. It is cold out. 37 degrees, your wake-up temperature currently. We are at 38 Gulf Shores, Pascagoula, Milton. We are waking up to freezing temperatures in Crestview at 32 and 1 degree shy in Evergreen. We do have that frost advisory for everybody except for zones away from the beach until 8 a.m. So a little frosty at 7 a.m. 35 degrees at the bus stop this morning. At 3 o'clock, sunny, a little warmer with a temperature of 72. I'm going to talk about some thunder returning on Thursday and, of course, your Easter weekend forecast coming up.
All right, thank you, Kelly. A hot topic is open for public input at today's City Council meeting.
Public hearing set for a proposed ordinance to regulate above-ground oil storage tanks. And Local 15's Katie Herrera live from Government Plaza, where this hearing will take place. The public is invited to attend, and we're expected to hear quite a bit coming out of this one. Katie, good morning.
Good morning, Kelly and Darwin. That's right. When the Planning Commission held a similar public hearing on the oil storage topic, they heard from 70 people over 2 days. So this is something that the Planning Commission and the City Council have been working on for 2 years, a new ordinance that would better define where and how storage tanks can be built in and around the Port of Mobile. Residents from areas like Africatown and Plateau have been very vocal in opposition to any new storage facilities, with concerns that they have decreased their property values and caused health problems like cancer. Environmental groups are also involved in the issue, hoping to create a buffer between the new tanks and natural resources. City Council members say they intend to listen to their constituents before making any final decision.
And before we enact any permanent ordinance, any permanent regulations, the citizens would have had a thorough opportunity to express to us what their concerns are.
And that opportunity is here today. The public is encouraged to come out and voice their opinions on both sides of the issue at today's City Council meeting, which starts at 10:30 here at Government Plaza. Reporting live in downtown Mobile, I'm Katie Herrera, Local 15 News.
Thank you, Katie. Time now is 5:35. For months, there has been talk of eliminating certain routes of the WAVE transit system, routes the WAVE has been using for years and routes that residents of Mobile and surrounding communities heavily depend on. And with a $700,000 budget cut to the WAVE transit system from the city, well, officials say they must decide on those route cuts next month. So that set up a town meeting hall held last night. And that's when Pritchard Mayor Troy Ephraim said he's asking Mobile Mayor Sandy Stimpson for more time.
We have expressed and asked that they would at least delay the deadline in hopes of being able to come up with some alternatives for being able to see what we can do as a city on behalf of our citizen base.
Right now, the Amalgamated Transit Union is also sponsoring a petition to ask the federal government to look into which population statistics officials used when they applied for federal transit grants, saying they don't trust the city.
History has been made right here in the Port City following that official test flight of the first ever Airbus plane assembled in the U.S. You just can't see that shot enough. Gorgeous. Monday, the brand new A321 completed its flight with no issues, meaning the flight, of course, was a success. Plane's next stop, JetBlue. The plane will be delivered to the company in a few weeks. More exciting news as Airbus will begin producing 40 to 50 commercial jets every year by 2018.
Later today, Alabama lawmakers could give final approval to the state's general fund budget. If approved, this would set up an expected veto by Alabama Governor Robert Bentley over the planned Medicaid funding in that general fund budget. However, Bentley says the plan is unacceptable. The budget's $85 million short of the amount the governor says is needed to fund the state's Medicaid program.
The Citronelle High School student who started a movement to get young men to pull up their pants is now getting some national attention. Today, this young lady, 15-year-old Morgan McCain, will be featured on Tom Joyner Morning Show between 7 and 7:30 this morning. The 10th grade student, she was featured right here in Local 15 News earlier this month for her GABS movement. You see, GABS stands for Girls Against Boys Sagging. Tom Joyner Morning Show airs on 104.1 FM, so let's tune in and cheer her on.
Well, Apple has unveiled some new products. The first innovation Apple introduced is a recycling robot named Liam. The robot is able to take apart devices, separating parts that can then be recycled and repurposed. Also introduced, the newest iPhone. The new device is said to be small yet powerful. Apple says the iPhone SE will be 4 inches long and have the same features as a much larger iPhone 6. Orders begin this Thursday, March 24th, for the SE, and it'll be available next week on March 31st. Apple CEO Tim Cook kicked off Monday's new product reveal with a pledge to customers that Apple will continue to fight for their privacy. Cook has recently refused to help federal investigators unlock an encrypted iPhone used by one of the San Bernardino shooters.
This time last year, we were at the tail end of a measles outbreak that began at Disneyland. 147 people got sick, 2 of them in Washington. Disease detectives said low vaccination rates were responsible, prompting California lawmakers to enact the toughest vaccination laws in the country. Washington also considered legislation to get rid of a parent's ability to opt out for personal reasons. Now, some of Seattle's top immunization doctors say to get more kids vaccinated, we should relax the rules.
It doesn't have to be all or nothing. Allow parents to opt out of all vaccines or none of them. There might be some reason to think we could have a policy that allows parents to opt out of some.
Brenda Spencer says her 4-year-old son is fully vaccinated, but only after she did her own research.
You just have to be cautious with what you demand of people. I think that they're your kids. They're yours. You birthed them. It's your choice.
Dr. Doug Opel says vaccination rates for hepatitis A are steadily going up, even though most states don't require it. He thinks the same could happen for other immunizations, but he still calls for a hardline approach to the measles vaccine.
Because of its contagiousness, the amount of immunity we need in the community to protect people from getting that disease, and the availability of a safe and effective vaccine, that we should not allow parents to opt out of that vaccine, the MMR vaccine.
In a paper published in Pediatrics Today, the doctors questioned the science and the ethics of laws that take away a parent's ability to opt out. But they say their ultimate goal hasn't changed, to see as many children immunized as possible.
Again, that was a controversial movement we'll continue to follow about vaccinations. But next is sports. Oh yeah, we hit the hardwood, we hit the diamond, and we've got your weather. Meteorologist Kelly Foster on deck as well.
On a new Wendy, I've got 3 words for you. Juicy, hot topics. Honey, you don't want to miss that.
Today at 3, followed by Judge Judy. The home at 1 Seneca Street. The staging, the purge, the fluff, the buff, the furrowed brow, the thoughtful pause, the molding of clay, the stroke of the brush, the perfect addition, the final touch. The sign of a RE/MAX agent.
Listen up, it's Ford Truck Month. This is the time, this is the place, and this is Ford F-150, the truck that goes toe-to-toe with your life. Made of high-strength military-grade aluminum alloy that pulled the highest safety rating the government can give. And with a 360-degree camera, it's like having your head on a swivel, pal. So load up your crew. This is the time.
Now get 0% financing for 60 months plus $1,800 cash back on a 2015 F-150. See your local Ford dealer today.
Your smile can make a great first impression. Let Dixie Dental put a smile back on your face. With an in-house lab, our doctors, dental assistants, and technicians work together to provide you with a comfortable and natural-looking denture. We work to give you confidence in your appearance. In most cases, your denture can be completed in 1 day. From simple repairs to mini implants, Dixie Dental Center is the affordable one-day denture service on the Gulf Coast. Dixie Dental Center.
Has your homeowner insurance gone up? Has your wind coverage been dropped? Help is here. Best Rate Insurance, a locally owned and operated full-service insurance agency, will do the legwork for you to find the best rates possible shopping different companies so you don't have to. Best rate, best service. 3 locations, 1 phone number. Call, click, or come by today.
The vast majority of the time, if an injury case is at trial, it's because an insurance company would not give a victim a fair shake. Now, ironically, as a plaintiff's lawyer, I'm not allowed to let a jury know that the defendant has insurance. So that means a plaintiff that doesn't want to have to be there has to be there. A defendant who doesn't want to have to be there has to be there. And a whole jury is inconvenienced, all because an insurance company didn't want to do the right thing. And I'm not even allowed to let them know that. My name is David J. Maloney, and I'll personally return your call.
The home at 43 Park Drive. The couple, the granddaughter, the agent, the offer, the pushback, the negotiation, the butting of heads, the standing of ground, the white flag raising, the victory. The victory! The sign of a RE/MAX agent.
Breaking news happening while you were sleeping internationally, the death toll at 23 people after multiple explosions happened at the Brussels airport and also at the metro stations. Just tweeted out by the BBC, they say, let me get to that tweet, the Belgian Prime Minister Charles Michel will be making a statement on these explosions in just a few moments. We also know that those deaths happened at the metro station, some at the airport very full. This happening at 8 a.m. Belgian time, and public transportation shut down. All this happening while you were sleeping.
We're also hearing new figures on those killed. ABC News just saying that 15 were killed and 55 injured. Then our own Taryn Reed, who is monitoring this story from our newsroom, and she'll be joining us later, says that the death toll is now at 23. She's monitoring a bunch of different sources in those 3 explosions. And also, we're hearing that they do believe ISIS is responsible right now. That's the main suspect.
And as the situation continues to develop, you're watching video that we received about 30, 40 minutes ago of people evacuating the airport. Airport jam-packed because Brussels, Belgium, of course, is the really the heart of Europe, where a number of people come through Brussels to go to other places in the world. I mentioned before that we lived there for 2 years. We worked at the American Embassy, which makes me wonder about what is happening, because in situations like this, when American personnel is in another country, security is at an all-time high when it comes to the American workers. Obviously, the Seabees are there. The U.S. Marines are there. You have personnel. You have families there. So this is going to have a worldwide impact as really the world is watching. This is just a few days after the terror suspect was arrested from those horrific attacks in Paris. So all this being linked to one another, this is a big deal, all this happening while you were sleeping.
And Kelly, you brought up a good point. If you have family over there or know someone, Facebook has activated their safety check program. This is something brand new at facebook.com/safety check. You can go there and click on that, and actually it will check your friends list to see if anyone is there and their situation, if they've reported in. So
there's the Prime Minister addressing the media right now. Some of the languages that they speak there is Flemish, also English as well, and French. Let's go ahead and take a listen.
Natuurlijk
Okay.
voor de slachtoffers en de families van de slachtoffers. Onze gedachten gaan ook voor de mensen.
We're obviously going to have to wait until they translate this for us, because they speak, like I said, a number of languages, Flemish, which is Dutch, and German mixed together, as well as French. But we will continue to monitor the situation. I want to go ahead and go back to what you were talking about, Darwin, about social media, because this is where we turn to social media, especially Twitter and Facebook and Instagram, where we're monitoring the latest. And so if you hear the numbers change a little bit, because with breaking news, it's fluid, and we are working with our counterparts to bring you the very latest. But just hearing people and watching as people describe the explosions and the smoke coming out of the terminal, coming out of the airport, coming out of the metro stations, the fact that public transportation is now shut down. This does not just affect people in Brussels. You know, Brussels is right next door to France. So to just give you an understanding, if you were looking at the map, to understand how many thousands of people, hundreds of thousands of people are impacted by what's being called a terroristic attack. And you're mentioning an ISIS link, Darwin.
Also, France now stepping up its borders. They're checking now much more carefully in the infrastructure all over France now. Of course, as you said, they're right next door. So they've had their own series of attacks there. So everyone on high alert, even New York City, police there this morning, we reported just a little bit ago that they are watching all of their transit locations, bridges and tunnels, because they don't know if something else could happen. There's definitely a possibility. This was almost predicted when 2 days ago Salah Abdeslam was arrested in Brussels. He is an accused ISIS terrorist, and they have been interrogating him, trying to find out what was planned. They knew something was in the works, and indeed now we know at least that's what they think this is. Let's hope this is all there is, but they're working on it.
And you know, speaking of him, they mentioned the fact overnight that he actually backed out of being a suicide bomber. That's new information happening while you were sleeping. Back to the Prime Minister, he did warn the public to stay where they are for the time being, because as you can imagine, it's a state of shock. It's terror, not knowing what's next. Someone on BBC tweeted out, "These people are sick." That is coming from a Brussels airport passenger describing moments after the explosion. So once again, this is an international story. We're monitoring it. We'll continue to track it. Right now, though, we're going to turn it over to meteorologist Kelly Foster for a look at your weather happening right here in your backyard. Kelly.
Local 15 weather with meteorologist Kelly Foster.
Good Tuesday morning, everybody. We are definitely off to a cold start along the Gulf Coast. The live pinpoint Doppler not picking up any wet weather right now. It's very cold though, so you can leave that umbrella at home, grab a jacket. 37 degrees is your out the door temperature right now in the Port City. 38 Gulf Shores, Milton, Fort Walton Beach. We're waking up to freezing in Crestview at 32 and 1 degree shy in Evergreen at 33. Frost advisory in effect for everybody except for our immediate coastline. So I hope you brought in the plants that were early spring planters or that tender vegetation. Hope that you covered them up with sheets. And we're not ruling out a little patchy light freeze across our inland zone. So at the bus stop this morning, a little frosty out, 35 degrees. Your little kiddo will need a jacket this morning. Short sleeves underneath, sunny, warm, 72 degrees as we head towards the peak heating of the day. So do expect that scattered frost this morning. Seasonal temps, steady sunshine throughout the day, and then we are going to have some Thursday thunder rolling. It looks like we could even see some isolated severe storms away just to the north of Mobile. At the beach today, lather on the sunscreen. Sky is going to be clear and smooth, 66 degrees. Great day to play some volleyball, work on your suntan, but just definitely make sure that you apply the sunscreen and reapply. A lot of folks' skin is going to be a little sensitive after being covered up all winter long. 7 o'clock this morning, notice we'll have that onshore wind flow as we head towards 3:30. We're still pretty much cloud free except for areas south of I-10 in Mobile and in Baldwin County. As we head towards 8 o'clock, more clouds begin to build and thicken, and we're not ruling out a quick light shower across the mouth of Mobile Bay. 5 o'clock's drive on Wednesday, still looking pretty good. Lots of sunshine in between those clouds, and then by Thursday morning, those showers begin to move in from Gulf Shores up through Fairhope, Foley Beach Express, all the way north towards Evergreen, and then we're going to see that rain shower expand in coverage, and actually we will hear some rumbles of thunder for Thursday afternoon. Marine forecast for today, a nice improvement in basin coastal waters. It's going to be smooth out there. Seas at 1 to 2. We'll have a south wind at about 8 to 13 knots. And then as we take a look at the beach forecast for today in the surf zone, at the highest, it will go up to a foot, a small southerly breeze coming in at about 5 to 10. High today in Mobile, 72, 69 though for Pensacola. We do have Easter Sunday coming up, and we are expecting some scattered storms for all our little chicks and bunnies. Here's your 7-day forecast, and storm coverage Thursday, a break Friday, scattered storms this weekend. Our little pink bunny trying to just kind of beat that 60% chance way down. All right, here's a look at traffic. 551, no slowdowns where the Bayway meets the Causeway. We'll be back.
Download the Local 15 weather app today. Search WPMI-WX in your app store.
One of the best things you can do for yourself and your loved ones is to plan for the future.
At the Beckerly Law Firm, we prepare wills, trusts, and powers of attorney, and we administer estates.
Call for your appointment with one of the attorneys at the Beckerly Law Firm.
Strength is an addiction you can never get enough of. Now it's time to bring that strength to your tooth enamel. New Colgate Enamel Health Mineral Repair Toothpaste. It strengthens weakened enamel 4 times better by replenishing it with vital minerals. So smile with strength. With new Colgate Enamel Health Mineral Repair Toothpaste, smile with strength.
It's Truck Month, and you will save big when you let Terry Thompson take you home in a new Chevy truck.
And now save $10,000 on a great selection of new Chevy Silverado Crew Cabs. That's $10,000 in savings.
At Terry Thompson Chevrolet in Daphne.
After your car wreck, there's a faster way to get the important information you need. Download the Green & Phillips app today. Learn the top 10 steps you should take after the accident. Get the Green & Phillips app for the Green Guarantee.
Yeah, that's right. Deal Diva coming through. You see how my bow goes? My weekly ad. Just wait till you see my savings. And brace yourself. The digital coupons are coming next. Look at her. So proud of her mama.
You saved quite a bit today.
Go ahead. Say it.
Cha-ching! Thank you.
The weekly ad, BOGOs, and coupons. 3 easy ways to save at the same place you love to shop. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
There's no one road out there, no one surface, no one way of driving on each and every road. But there is one car that can conquer them all. The Mercedes-Benz C-Class. 5 driving modes let you customize the steering, shift points, and suspension to fit the mood you're in and the road you're on. The 2016 C-Class. Lease the C300 for $399 a month at your local Mercedes-Benz dealer. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
One of the best things you can do for yourself and your loved ones is to plan for the future.
At the Beckerly Law Firm, we prepare wills, trusts, and powers of attorney, and we administer estates.
Call for your appointment with one of the attorneys at the Beckerly Law Firm.
Real quickly, we have a new total now. ABC reporting 28 killed in those twin attacks in Brussels, Belgium this morning.
We'll have more coming up in our 6 a.m. hour. Stay with us as the story continues to develop. We'll see you after a quick break.
On a new Wendy, I've got 3 words for you. Juicy, hot topics. Honey, you don't want to miss that.
Today at 3, followed by Judge Judy.
Tundra here at Eastern Shore Toyota. Check out the brand new 4Runner. Wow, talk about top dog. But look, there's a new RAV4. I don't know which one I like more. No, wait, the savings are the best part. Wow, and you'll get our lifetime warranty. Hurry down to Eastern Shore Toyota.
Make pick 2 at breakfast with the bacon, egg, and cheese McGriddle sandwich, sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddle sandwich, medium smoothie, and medium frappe. Choose any 2 for $5.
Spring into savings at D&K Suit Discounters with new styles arriving daily. Suits in sizes from 34 to 72 start as low as 3 for $199. Or get an Easter suit package starting from $99.95. Designer suits and slim fit suits are in stock, and some start as low as 2 for $200. Two-piece linen sets in a variety of colors start as low as 2 for $70. D&K is your prom headquarters with tux rentals as low as $69.95. So for the largest selection and lowest prices, shop D&K on the Beltline today.
Turn your loving on and try something crazy good. I'm all about new hot stuff. Makes me crinkle inside. Bet you never tasted flavor this big. Insane, right?
Only Rallies and Checkers is crazy enough to offer 2 huge Alaskan cod fillets boxed with fries for just $2. Reel in 2 huge beer-battered authentic Alaskan cod fillets with our famous seasoned fries and irresistible dill tartar sauce. Get hooked for just $2. Only at Rallies and Checkers.
Epic meals, epic deals.
Get huge savings on 4Runners and Highlander at Eastern Shore Toyota. There's one for everyone. Choose a new 2016 Toyota 4Runner or Highlander. Your choice. Save $2,000 and backed by our lifetime warranty at Eastern Shore Toyota.
You know, all it takes is one voice, one person willing to speak up.
And soon, it's a community of voices. That's why Local 15's Reality Check is here.
We're working every day, pointing a spotlight at wrongdoing, hiding in the dark.
Shining a light on the truth. Reality Check, only on Local 15 News.
Like us on Facebook for coupons and discounts. We're open 8 to 8, so don't be late.
Welcome back. Oh, we love this one right here. Melvin Todd, one of our photojournalists here at Local 15. So his birthday was March 20th. We thought we forgot. Oh, no. Happy birthday, Melvin. Love your Local 15 family.
Absolutely. And send us your birthday announcement, too. We'd like to share your birthdays, your family's birthdays on local15tv.com. Just send them to the addresses on the screen.
Melvin has quite a singing voice.
Yes, he does.
Stay with us because we're continuing to follow international news happening while you were sleeping. This is what we're following. Brussels, Belgium. Multiple explosions happened. We have the latest from the death count coming up in our 6 a.m. hour. Stay with us.